Hey, what's up there? Diego here. In this video, I want to break down how I helped Ben Kelly, that's this guy right here, to scale his Acquisition Ace program in the last 8 months. And I still operate the offer today for him. But basically, this is a case study video. Really want to break down how I helped Ben Kelly's Acquisition Ace Academy scale with fulfillment. This is my whole fulfillment strategy broken down. Again, my name is Diego Mirscher. If you never heard about me before, I've been in the coaching space for the past 5 years, helping different coaches, different offers. Usually they do 6 to 7 figures operated for them. So I work as a fractional COO/ops partner and basically run their whole fulfillment. Okay, so it has nothing to do with marketing or with sales, but everything that happens after the sell. And I help those companies make a much more money from new offers or upsells and resells and build a very, very successful fulfillment system. Okay, so before I start here, this is Ben Kelly. Ben Kelly one on Instagram. Maybe you heard about him before, but he's basically one of the top guys in the business acquisition space, right? He bought actually now 7 businesses himself. He's doing amazing in that space, and yeah, check him out on Instagram. And what he said about me, this is a testimonial video. It's on my page. You can check it out. But basically he said, Diego helped me or helped us restructure all of our operational systems and drive revenue from new upsells and resells that added well over $1 million so far. And that is within 8 months. Within the first 6 to 8 months, we generated him over an extra $1 million in additional revenue from the things we changed. And that's just the one metric that we achieved with him. I want to share a little bit of the results before I'm going to break down the whole strategy here below. Okay, so basically, right, the starting point was Ben was scaling his offer from 6 to 7 figures. So that is over $1 million a month. And the systems start breaking. So when they reached out to me and wanted to connect with me, I connected to Jeremy, one of the marketers that helped them scale. And their results, or the results with my services were I built the foundation of the whole fulfillment within 30 days because that was needed, because they scaled so fast, everything fell apart and this system started to break and everything. So I helped them scale. So the community, the video training, results, delivery, the team, everything was running as smoothly as a Swiss watch. And then second thing I achieved with them is client success rate went from unknown. They had no tracking, no metrics, to around 15 to 20% in the first few months. And it's still rising, right? I share a little bit more about that with different screenshots. Then hyper lean ops. We run this offer right now that is doing over $1 million a month with 600 to 800 active clients with only 3 people on the team. So 3 full-time hires. That is crazy. That means there's some fractional coaches as well, right? But the whole team, with including the money we need to pay fractional coaches as well, and the full team is below 3%. So they literally make 97% back-end profit, or they have a 97% back-end margin, which is crazy, okay? Of course, they have marketing and sales costs, right? But that is the back-end, that's the fulfillment. So yeah, then let's talk about the fourth point, what we achieved. Offers, upsells, and resells. We generated well over $1 million, as I said before, in extra revenue in 6 to 8 months. And I still operate Ben's 7-figure offer today, growing all areas of success and as well as the upsells. So let's get started here. So again, I usually, over the last 5 years, developed my own performance-based fulfillment. This is what I call it, system, and it starts with client success. Client success is the foundation of it, because if your community don't have results, you can't really upsell people or resell people, and yeah, it will not be as successful, okay? So the first thing for Ben, I don't do this anymore now, but I advise people on that, is I basically rebuilt and redesigned his whole video training. Before, that's kind of how it looked like. And then the videos were ultra complex and complicated. I basically rebuilt everything so it looked much more clean, and also the videos were much more organized. And this helped us to increase the LTV or the TTV by a lot. TTV means time to value, how fast someone goes through the program and how fast people get results. Also, I always like to build an action-based video training. Action-based video training means You have different action steps. You have resources, material. They had almost no material. I helped them build like different worksheets and pipelines and stuff like that, right? And also I built them a very core process. Core process or core roadmap means people understand exactly what they need to do, when they need to do what, and what's the goal of each stage, so they get results. They go to a specific outcome. In this case, getting their first acquisition done, okay? And this will literally result in speed of success, clarity, and less questions with people, which will allow you to run a much more lean team, okay? Then with client success as well, obviously you have an onboarding system, okay? So the onboarding system is all automated. It will let us know exactly when a new customer comes in. The sales team here connects with us, let us know exactly what's happening. There's an automated onboarding email that goes out. We even have a welcome gift now we recently added. That's kind of how it looks like. It's a social planner or a planner. Your welcome gift needs to be something people can actually use, right? It's a planner. They got 2 pens, a welcome card, and that's pretty much it. But they can use this book, and inside the book, there's literally pages they learn inside the program, and it's so helpful. It's super, super cool. And yeah, that is basically what we built. By the way, you can literally build a package like this for below $50 per welcome gift, and it's worth it if you collect $7K upfront for clients, as an example. What's $50 to tie them down or to connect them more to your brand? Nothing. And people are usually very hyped about something like that because they don't expect it. It's just something that gets shipped automatically to their address. And it's a system we built with a portal that is hosted in Hong Kong, and then it literally goes there. Because in China, there's the great firewall, right? You can't really use spreadsheets and stuff like that. It will all break or constantly have errors and stuff. But it's a very cool system. We fully automated. If you have more questions about this, let me know. Just reach out to me, okay? But that's basically what we built here, just as one of the steps. I'm not going to explain all of the steps, but like one of the steps is the onboarding system and process. And it goes much more detailed than that, but that's kind of like a short overview. Then you have client management, right? We manage the team here, and then you have a core CSM and then a CSM team. Or you can hire another type of person. Not going to share, not going to give you this sauce, but maybe in a call. Happy to share that. That is working as that, but cost you much less, okay? Then you have automated team onboarding, right? So for your team, they literally follow a onboarding within another video training, and we literally break this down so the team is onboarded automatically. We don't need to do much. They know 95% when they join the offer. We have so many different SOPs. This is the master doc, and see how many SOPs we have here for the team. So every little process is explained, and there's no questions. It's very lean to run, and it allows also to get very consistent success for people. We have different client success systems, and those are just a couple of SOPs from this huge list with all of that. Then here we also have kind of like a time and success systems that we track. But before I go into that, let's talk about data collection. Look, in the end of the day, data collection is very important. Let me take a caller here actually. But data collection is super important, because if you don't track your data, like we have a board where you have overview what packages people sign up, and when they join, what's their status here, right? What's their contract running times? You can't really work with customers. You have no idea. And then here you can see we literally achieved here 21% client success, 15% client success. That is based on different client success metrics. We broke it down with this offer because it's about business acquisition. LOI submitted means they submitted on a deal that they sign, and LOI signed means they signed on a deal. Well, it's not the full deal, but it's kind of like an agreement that they are the only guys that now can make the whole deal happen. So get the money from SBA lenders or different lenders, and then organize the whole deal within a certain period of time, and other people can't buy that deal. It's a bit complicated, but it's business acquisition. So basically, yeah. And then since we started track numbers, we had 61 businesses that we closed as a community, which is crazy. So the Acquisition A's community bought 61 companies. It's business acquisition, right? They bought 61 deals. So I think it's crazy. And then here, as you can see, we track those data points as well. You can see literally we went here from 7.9% to over 11%. That was in week 38. I don't know what week we have now, but it is in 2025. And you want to have those trackers, right? And then your whole team works with a time success system. That's how you actually make people successful. So this means you track when people are overdue or when people are not on time, and you try to track here as an example when they signed the LOI and all of this. So there's a lot of trackers involved with systems like this. And this is literally just like a small piece of what we all track. And then also here, you can see we have a whole system how we communicate with people. So we reach out, we hold them accountable. Accountability is a big part of it. As you can see, we reach out here to the clients to really collect different things and ask different questions and interact with customers actively. This is in Telegram, but there's systems sometimes we use in WhatsApp depending on the offer. But this all leads to all of the systems, organization, and all of the trackers leads to that we can literally get a pretty high success rate, because this is about business acquisition, guys, okay? It's not that easy to just buy a company. It's a very long process, but 20% I think is amazing. And then we only have 3 full-time employees, which cost us below 3% on the backend, which again, I think it's crazy. Are not that easy to achieve if you look at other businesses. Then that is basically this whole system. Again, I could go much more in detail. There's so much more to tell, but this gives you a quick overview of how I usually build the systems. Then client retention. That is challenges, referral programs, community, welcome gifts, rewards, etc. I talked about that before, right? But basically, you have a task notification system here that will just connect with our people from the team, right? Then you have different people that collect different wins. We have a client wins channel on Slack, for example. We just collect all of their testimonials or Trustpilot reviews and stuff like that. And also we have different challenges here, as you can see here. For example, we get notified if people finish a challenge, and then we ship them a book. Those are just smaller things with the welcome gift and other things that we ship out to people and really tie them to our offer. There's different challenges, as I said, right? You can see people here started the 30-day challenge, or here another person started the 30-day challenge. And this will, again, allow you to increase your LTD. LTD means lifetime duration, right? It reduces churn, so people stay longer with your offer, right? It creates retention, and it will help you to even have a chance to upsell, okay? Then the last thing is obviously the offer letter. Value loops is basically the system that we use. So one of the things I added was kind of like a instant upsell offer, a lobster on the menu, basically meaning you have something that is kind of like a premium version of your main offer. This literally did plus 1 million in 6 to 8 months once we added this, okay? It even sold better than their flagship offer at one point, which is crazy. And then they have the flagship offer here, right? They have an upsell here, which was called Ups Ace. And I'm not going to talk about pricing here exactly because there's some competitors that could watch this video, and I want to make sure Ben is really killing it. That's what I do for my clients, right? And then there's low ticket value loops. Those are tools and softwares that we use. Also not going to share what exactly we have here. Feel free to reach out to me to ask about this. Then we have different upsells here with another upsell, which is kind of like an outreach system. And this will allow us and transition, because that's currently what we do, to go with collections to 2 to 3x from the whole LTV. And also here, as you can see, this is a screenshot recently. This is from August. I record this video in September, so this is from last month basically. August is not completed yet, but those are just people that book a heads-up call or discovery call to upgrade or re-sign. So as you can guess, based on that, we already make good money. And again, I said, just one of the offers made over $1 million so far, from upsells and resells. We call it like extended memberships as well that we have here. And that is kind of like the structure that we have as an offer letter. Okay. And with all of this combined, again, we hit pretty good results so far. And I keep operating their offer, keep making the systems better and bigger so that we really are the #1 offer in that market. Okay. And yeah, if you want to learn more about this and you're like, hey, Diego, I don't have time to build all of this, feel free to reach out to me. I still have sometimes new clients on, but I'm very selective with people. I always say this. I don't want to work with a random coach. Again, I have clients that do 6 to 7 figures already. So if you're making only like 10K a month or something with your offer, please do not reach out to me. Just try to learn what I built here yourself first. And then once you make more money, feel free to connect with me and I see if I can really have or bring value to your offer, and only then that's where I would try to partner with you. Okay, I always do partnerships. I partner with Ben, I partner with a bunch of other guys, and that is basically the whole breakdown of this system.